holy smokes, we got some competitive fights on this card. Islam, he's the current pound for pound king. Charles Oliveira choked him. Volkanovski, head kick. Dustin Poirier choked him out, Darce. And now we got Arman Tsarukyan. Merab Dvalishvili, the champion. 14 decisions. So you know he's bringing excitement 100%. He's taking on Umar Nurmagomedov. A serious challenge. Jiří Procházka, he's looking ready to go. He's taking on Jamahal. Dang. So if I had to pick. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back, or welcome to Uncle Red's channel. Let's get serious here. I'm fired up. In this video, we're going to be talking about my final predictions for this week's UFC 311, and it goes down in Inglewood, California. And holy smokes, we got some competitive fights on this card. We got Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, Hunter, Dana White putting these matches together, and this is real sweet. So let's start with the three main fights, final predictions. Now these are tough ones. Jiří Procházka, he's coming off that KO loss. June 29th, he got KO'd pretty hard by Alex Pereira, and then he got TKO'd by him November 11th. He got a win at UFC 300 by Alexander Rakic. And this is an interesting one because Jamahal, he's more slick. He's more of a boxer. He's southpaw. He keeps his hands up, his chin tucked. Jiří Procházka's bouncing around all crazy. His chin's wide open all the time. But Jiří's had good success over southpaws. Southpaws like Dominic Reyes, Volkan Ozdemir. He's KO'd these guys. So he's got some tricks, and he's looking absolutely yoked. He's looking jacked. He's looking ready to go. He's taking on Jamahal, who is coming off a loss also. His last fight was UFC 300, Alex Pereira, where he got KO'd. But you hear him in his videos. You hear him online. He's just as confident as he used to be. He hasn't lost that swagger. Those losses haven't demoralized him. In this fight, I'm going to pick Jamahal gets it done, and I'm not going to tell you how. I'm just thinking Jamahal is going to get it done. This video is brought to you by PrizePicks. I'm going to give you some of my picks for this weekend, and it was a tough one for me to do. But PrizePicks, so simple. You go to the App Store, download PrizePicks. You pick more or less on your favorite players in the NBA, NHL, UFC. You can pick more or less on significant strikes. Fight time, you can pick more or less on takedowns. It's a real fun way to watch the fights. And if you think you know fights or if you think you know sports, it's a real fun way. When you sign up, use code TIMBO when you sign up for new users. Place a $5 lineup and you'll get a $50, no strings attached, okay? So here's my picks. These are my picks. Grant Dawson's taking on Diego Ferreira, good black belt, very seasoned, and I think he's going to land more than 42.5 significant strikes. I think those guys are going to fight each other for 15 minutes, batter each other. Next, I got more on Renato Moicano. He's taking on Beneil Dariush. I got more than 12.5 minutes of fight time. Both those guys are very high-level black belts. Both of them very good on their feet. I think this is going to be a 15-minute war too. And this one was hard for me. I got Merab Dvalishvili at more than 2.5 takedowns. Now, it's interesting how they count these takedowns. In collegiate wrestling, in freestyle wrestling, as soon as you take some down, boom, and they hit their butt, that's going to be your 2 points, 3 points, whatever it is now. IBJJF rules, you have to control them on the ground for more than 3 seconds. You have to keep their knees on the mat. You have to keep their butt on the mat for more than 3 seconds before you get awarded your 2 points. So I'm curious the criteria. When Sean took down Peter Yan, he hit his knees and he was around his back. That would have been 2 points in freestyle or collegiate wrestling. They didn't count it as a takedown, so I don't know what they go by. But I'm going to pick Merab. 25 minutes with Merab. I think Merab's going to be able to score 2.5 times. He's going to really empty the tank, trying to get a takedown, and I think he's going to be able to score 2.5 takedowns in that fight. Next up, I got Jamahal at less than 9.75 fight time. Jamahal is a boxer, a gangsta boxer. He comes out southpaw and he throws hard shots. Jiří Procházka bounces around with his hands by his hips, throws explosive knockout shots from odd places. I think that fight, 205ers, 4-ounce gloves, I think that fight's going to end in under 2 rounds. That's PrizePicks, code TIMBO. Come along if you want. Let's move on to the co-main here. We got Merab Dvalishvili, the champion, 18-4. He's 34 years old now. He's 5'6", 18-4 with 14 decisions. So you know he's bringing excitement 100%. But you can't take it away from the guy. Look at the streak he's on. Jose Aldo, unanimous decision. Peter Yan, unanimous decision. Henry Cejudo, unanimous decision. And the Sugar Show, unanimous decision. So he's beat these 4 champions in a row. He's doing something. He may look ugly, he may have a sloppy style, but he's doing something. He doesn't have a great like rhythm to him. He's kind of spazzy, and he's got this gas tank who keeps going. He'll shoot 50 times in a fight, it won't matter. He's taking on Umar Nurmagomedov, a serious challenge, who's a clean 18-0, 9 decisions, 7 submissions, 2 KOs, 29 years old, creeping into his absolute prime here. He's a solid 5'8". He's on a fat streak. He's on an 18-fight win streak, okay? His last fight was Corey Sandhagen. It was the big question. Can he go 5 rounds? Can he go 5 rounds? And he did. He went 5 rounds, and he looked sharp in each of the rounds. Supposedly, he's coming off this injury with his arm. I don't think that'll affect him much. If he had a bad injury, I don't think Khabib would let him take the fight. They'd probably pull him out. So, in this fight, man, it's tough for me. But I do think Khabib and that team is going to have an answer for Merab, where Merab rests in these positions, where he shoots. He shoots single legs sometimes. In Sugar's fight, he shot some double legs. I think they're gonna have an answer for that. And Umar's very long. He's got these long limbs, and he's constantly wrestling with these wrestlers. And in the open, on the feet, I think Umar's gonna have the advantage. He's got very sneaky kicks. He whips kicks to the head. He's got some good teep kicks. He's longer. He's more confident on his feet when it comes to just kickboxing. Is he gonna be able to keep up with that pace with Merab? Merab's going to shoot. Merab's going to shoot. Merab's going to shoot. He's not going to stop shooting for 25 minutes. But like I said, I think Khabib and that team is going to have him prepared for that. Dang. So if I had to pick right now who's going to win that fight, I want Merab to win. I want Sugar to get another chance versus Merab. But if I had to pick, I think Umar Nurmagomedov is going to get it done by decision. I think he's going to counter all those wrestling positions right off the rip. Force Merab to stand with him. Excited for that fight. That is a great fight. Okay, next up, main event. We got Arman Tsarukyan, who's an absolute stud. He's 28 years old now. 28 years old. He's got 22 wins and 3 losses. And he's on a fat win streak himself. He's on a 4-fight win streak. His last loss was in 2022 versus Mateusz Gamrot. And he fought in 2019. He already fought Islam Makhachev. Took him down a couple times. Stuffed a bunch of his takedowns. The kid's just a freak show athlete. He grew up with some money, but he's just one of those committed athletes. I think this is going to be Islam's toughest fight that he's ever had. I truly believe that. You hear Arman in the countdown, in the embeddeds, he's just so confident, and he's so confident that he deserves to be the champion. So he's going to come in there with that. One thing I was curious about, okay, so he did go 5 rounds with Mateusz Gamrot and ended up losing that fight. That was the one time he went 5 rounds. Islam looks a lot bigger than he used to be. He looks like really huge for 155 pounds, so he's going to be quite a bit bigger than Arman. But Arman's not going to be afraid to push these wrestling scrambles, make Islam have to work. He's not going to be afraid to shoot on Islam. I think this is going to be a very, very tough fight for Islam Makhachev. But I do think Islam is too sharp right now. He's just too sharp. He's just so sharp on his feet. He's turning into this a great southpaw boxer. He can take you down at any time. And obviously his grappling is freak showish. Everyone says he's just an absolute freak show. Everyone that's trained with him, even middleweights, previous champion middleweights have trained with him, and they said he ragdolls them. He's 26-1. He's the current pound for pound king, Islam Makhachev. His streak right now: Charles Oliveira choked him, Volkanovski decision, Volkanovski head kick, Dustin Poirier choked him out, Darce, and now we got Arman Tsarukyan. It's going down. If I had to guess, I'm going to pick Islam gets it done by decision. Too powerful. I think he's going to end up winning a lot of these wrestling scrambles that Arman makes, but Arman's coming after him. This is going to be a good fight. I think Islam gets it done by decision. Now, let me know below in the comments who you guys got and what do you guys think is going to happen. And you know what? UFC 311, we got a bunch of warriors going to battle. Let's give them the battle flute, huh? Okay, thanks for watching the show. Comment below. I enjoy reading the comments and your guys' thoughts on these picks. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here, and let's have a great UFC 311. Sugar Sean and I'll be there cage side to see who wins this bantamweight bout. Love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.